Max News, the cartoon you trust.
Welcome to Max News number 8. This is your host, Max Bach, and today we're going to be covering Georgia's regions, and with the help of my trusty partner Muneer, we'll be able to narrow it down to the 5 regions of Georgia very easily. Let's flip it over to my partner in crime, Muneer Abdallah.
Thanks, Max. Hello, everybody. This is Muneer Abdallah, and I'm glad to be back for my second Max News. I'm here to tell you about the regions of Georgia. The first region we'll be talking about is the Appalachian Plateau, which is where I'm located right now. It's very small and mountainous in Georgia, but stretches all the way to New York. There are mazes of limestone caves, deep canyons, and amazing rock formations. It's called TAG, or T-A-G, to represent Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia, where it's located. On one side of the Appalachian Plateau is Lookout Mountain, a broad, flat-topped mountain range that goes for 100 miles. On the other side is Sand Mountain. It's mostly scenic, but the least traveled region. As for climate, the Appalachian Plateau has a temperate climate, which means it's generally warm, even in the winter. Due to the temperate climate, agriculture is a good part of the economy. There's also tourism to see the beautiful mountains and mining, digging in, on, and around the mountains to find mineral resources. Now let's head back to Max.
The Piedmont region is the next region we'll be discussing. Piedmont actually means foot hills. So, obviously, there are low-rolling hills in the region that consist of 200 to 1,000 feet above sea level. There are lots of rock formations of different materials and ages throughout the region. It's what's left of the several mountain ranges that eroded away long ago. The temperatures in the region are moderately warm. It can get from 30 to 40 degrees in the winter, while in the summer it usually ranges between 70 to 90 degrees, and it's fairly wet with an average precipitation of 44 to 52 degrees. Some examples of economic activities in the Piedmont region are tourism, agriculture, and herding. And Piedmont is the most densely populated region in Georgia, which means it has the most people per square mile. Atlanta is in the Piedmont region, and Atlanta is known as the home of the style of music known as the Piedmont Blues.
There are 3 regions above Piedmont, one of them being the Ridge and Valley region.
Thank you very much for interrupting me, Muneer, but please, continue.
Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted, I was telling you about the Ridge and Valley region, and that there are lots of valleys that go into it, thus giving it its name. There are 2 big mountain ranges that go into the Ridge Valley. They are the Cumberlands and the Alleghenies mountain ranges. In the eastern part of the Ridge and Valley is the Great Appalachian Valley. Just like a lot of the other regions in Georgia, the Ridge and Valley is temperate, but this one can get kind of chilly. Temperate means the area gets mild precipitation. It is mild in both the summer and the winter.
The economy of the Ridge and Valley region depends on tourism, mining, and factories of production. The Blue Ridge region is a very mountainous region, and the region is most known for its vast mountain ranges. The highest point in Georgia, Brasstown Bald, is located in Blue Ridge. The rocks found in the region are metamorphic and sedimentary rocks. The climate allows the summers to be mild, but can get very hot, and the winters are cold due to high levels of precipitation. At 80 inches of annual rainfall, it receives the most precipitation of any region in Georgia. The economy depends on tourism, mining, and agriculture.
The land in the coastal plains is relatively flat with the highest elevation of about 200 meters. There are many rivers, marshes, and swamps. An example of a river is the Savannah River, which separates Georgia from South Carolina. It's the only region surrounded by salt water. The climate in the coastal plains is very hot. The land is wet and the area is humid. The economy depends on saltwater fishing to make a living, the only region that does so. Also, since there's wet soil and sunlight, agriculture can be used to make a profit, as well as water transportation. And now back to Max.
We hope you enjoyed this installation of Max News, the cartoon you trust. Please join us next time.
In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry you make it double. Don't worry, happy. Don't worry, be happy now.